Port Chicago 50, Disaster, Mutiny, and the Fight for Civil Rights by Steve Sheinkin. Book trailer by Sharice Willis. Imagine wanting to serve your country. Imagine that it is wartime. Now imagine serving in the Navy when segregation is still commonplace. Imagine you are fighting in a war to protect the civil rights of people in another country when you don't have the same civil rights in your own country. Your job is to load ammunition on ships, but you have no training. We used to talk about what big fools we were, only black boys loading ammunitions. You didn't see no white boys out there loading. I guess they figured that was all we were good for. The officers used to pit one division against the other. Until July 17, 1944, when a massive explosion killed over 300 servicemen and injured over 200 more, mostly all black, and destroying a town. I'm the award-winning writer of Bomb and the notorious Benedict Arnold. Steve Sheinkin gives us another stirring nonfiction read as he recounts the Port Chicago 50. The stories of Joe Small and other young naval men known as the Port Chicago 50 who were charged with mutiny when refusing to follow orders to return to duty after a massive, deadly explosion. These men didn't just want to not work. They wanted to ensure that they would be trained for the work they would do. This novel is a fast-paced look into the subculture of the military and its policies. Teens and young adult readers alike will give pause as they learn what it means to be a good soldier versus someone labeled a mutineer. Readers will be blown away by the events of the aftermath of this massive explosion and the actions taken against those sailors, as well as read about one of the greatest civil rights lawyers who argues their case. They will question the leadership of career military leaders such as Admiral Wright and the prosecutor James Coakley, as well as the named ringleader Joe Small. Readers will also be surprised at how these men are noted throughout history. The Port Chicago 50, Disaster, Mutiny, and the Fight for Freedom, a historical must-read that recreates the stand for freedom that has changed America.